Hello, this is Daryl, and this is week 1, day 2 of my practice diary. Today, my targets were, what I practiced today already was to learn, my targets were to learn the rest of the Delta Blues I previously learned yesterday. So just learn the kind of final part of it, and to kind of clean up my playing as well. Second target was I played to relearn the intro and the bridge part to Neon, and I also practiced a new blues song. It's like a blues in E major again, but it's just a different type of blues, mixing in the lead and rhythm. The reason why I want to learn playing blues with no accompaniment is to kind of improve my playing as a rhythm and lead guitarist at the same time. It's quite impressive to be able to play rhythm and lead, so that's why I'm kind of learning. It's kind of because I've only been playing blues for 6 months, so that's why I'm doing that. And also I did a blues improv in the key of C, slow blues improv in the key of C. So first off, we'll start off with the rest of the Delta Blues. So all I had to learn was the turnaround lick, which is a fifth chord going back to it goes from a 1 to goes to a 1, it goes to a 5, and goes back to a 1 again. But instead of doing it just normal chords, so you got, that's a kind of turnaround. But instead of doing it that way, there's a clever little lick that I learned, and it goes. That's the fifth chord there. Then it resolves back to the E7. So as you can see from there, it is a chromatic. So it's a chromatic rundown all the way back to B7, and then it resolves back to the E. So that's what I learned today. The rest of the song. So I'll play from the part where I was struggling yesterday. So it goes. Okay. So yeah, I did that for 5 minutes today. Then I practiced Neon. I relearnt the intro and the bridge, which it only took me. I did that for 10 minutes. Sorry about this. Too low. So yeah, I did that for 2 minutes, and the case of this song was just the fact of relearning stuff. It wasn't stuff that I've never done before. I haven't played Neon for about a month or so. So yeah, it was just kind of relearning things. I didn't have to. Once I remembered it, I kind of caught on quite quick. So the intro, the bit alert today was the intro bit, which goes. And then the bridge slash it's after the chorus, after the second chorus. I see either a bridge or a middle 8. I don't know. I think it's a bridge. It's kind of really weird. It goes. So the points that I'd struggled with that was firstly my rakes. So a rake is just when you kind of strum the chord down, and then you strum the chord and you pluck with an upward motion with your first finger. I was struggling to do that a lot because I haven't done it in a long time. So I just had to to improve that technique. What I did was I just muted my guitar. I didn't play any chords, and I just simply did this exercise for about 5 minutes, over and over again until I got it. So then when it came to the chords, so I could do it. The other thing that the challenge I had to overcome was you have to do like so you go. As you can see there, I'm not actually using a pick, I'm using my 2 fingers. I'm alternate picking between my first finger and my thumb. So you go. I was struggling to do that. I found that I was really sloppy and I was often missing the strings. I was often missing the strings and hitting the wrong strings. I'd hit the wrong strings, but you go. And then, so yeah, I just practiced that really slow over and over again. Ensuring I was watching my fingers here, ensuring that I was doing the correct thing. So yeah, practicing it slow but perfect. And apart from that, that was all that I struggled with that song. And then I also learned a new blues progression type thing, and it goes like this. Oops. So yeah, the thing that I struggled with that, as you could see in that video, I kind of failed during that bit, is doing this little cheesy little blues riff. I was particularly struggling at getting the rhythm for this bit. So I could do this bit fine. This is all alternate picked as well, so I was coming in too late. I was doing this. I was strumming too many times in between the notes. So what I did there was I just literally had to slow the video down of the guy who was showing me how to play it, and I just had to watch him and then analyse what I was doing wrong, and then I'd go back and try and play it again, and if I'd play it wrong again, I'd analyse what he was doing again really slow, just over and over again, and then eventually I just practiced it slow, and then I just got it. So, and also there was quite a challenging lick. So you go from C sharp minor 7. I was struggling with the graze note that you heard there. So a graze note is just a really fast slide. So you go. Oops. I'm doing it wrong again. Yeah, I was struggling with that a lot. So I just had to really slow. So yeah, and the last thing I did for today, which I did for only around 7 minutes, was I did a slow blues improv in the key of C. The chords were C7. I did this on an online backing track and me playing the electric. So I did a C, C7, C7, an E9 and a F9. F dominant 9. Is that F? No, sorry, G. So C7, sorry, yeah, what am I talking? C7, F9, and then a G9. And I just kind of polishing up my technique and just kind of keep my my guitar playing and my improvisation kind of like lubricated and keep it like. For this, the scales I used for this was box 1. So I used the C minor pentatonic. Now, because it's using dominant chords, dominant 7 and dominant 9. So to bring out the quality of the chord, what you should do, and what I did do while is to bring out the Mixolydian mode, which is the fifth modal mode of the major scale, and basically it's a blues. It's kind of used for blues. It gives it like a major blues feel. So the notes for that were, I think the scale goes like this. Wait, give me a second. I only know the bottom half of it. Sorry, I unfortunately only know the bottom half of it, but the bottom half goes. So the pentatonic minor would go. I'll just give you a quick demonstration of what I mean. I don't know off by heart now, but a minor would be. So that's pentatonic minor. But because it's a dominant 7 chord, you should try and bring out the blues notes. So I use a Mixolydian mode, which sounds like this. It's a lot different. And then you can mix them together as well. So yeah, I did that for about 7 to 8 minutes, and that was my practice. Sorry, the thing I didn't mention at the beginning was I did a warm-up. So warm-ups are essential, as they kind of they keep your hands lubricated, so you can kind of play to the best of your ability and prevent you from causing any serious injury or any anything that will prevent you from playing, any pain. So yeah, that is my practice story for today.